If you're a small business owner running ads to generate leads, whether it's Google, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube, one of the fastest ways to not just get more leads, but to get better and more qualified leads is to fix your landing page. Here's the thing, most businesses are obsessed with buying more traffic, boosting posts, increasing budgets, or tweaking targeting, but they don't do anything to optimize where that traffic lands. If your landing page can't convert, you're just burning cash and hoping for a miracle. You see, 95% of businesses that I work with are sending traffic to a glorified online brochure. No offer, no direction, just vibes. So just by fixing your landing page, you can be among the top 5% of businesses that get more leads and more sales than you can handle. So let me break it down. We worked with a roofing company that was running solid ads, good targeting, decent traffic, but their landing page was only converting around 2%. And at $6 a click, that's $600 for just 2 leads, so that means that they were paying around $300 per lead. After just a few key adjustments, a clear headline, better social proofs, and a stronger call to action, that same page went up to 8%. That's 4 times more people taking action, and their cost per leads dropped to only $75. No new traffic, no extra ad spends, just smarter page. See, when your page does its job right, you don't have to convince anybody. They show up ready, informed, and already one step closer to saying yes. So if you want your business to stop chasing leads and start attracting them, here are 10 proven landing page strategies that will instantly boost your conversion rate and bring in more of the right customers. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so the first strategy is to have a good eyebrow. And no, I'm not talking about having an eyebrow on your forehead. I'm talking about the little line of text above your main headline. It's criminally underrated, and it's one of the fastest ways to make your visitors feel like, oh, okay, they're talking to me. So here's a few examples. So this was for a credit repair company that we work with, and it says, tired of constantly getting denied for loans. So when the right person lands on that page and sees that line, they feel seen and they keep on reading. Here's another example, and this is straight from my own website. Local business owners bleeding money on paid ads. The visitors will know exactly who this is for, so it makes them feel like you already know their pains and their desired outcomes. And also, if you're running ads, this is going to help the algorithm optimize for your ideal customers, because the right people will stick around and the wrong people will just bounce. And after a while, your pixel will start to pick up on this and start showing your ads to the right people. If you keep it too broad and too vague, you're just gonna end up wasting a lot more money. The best way to figure out what to put on your eyebrow is to ask yourself, what is your ideal customer, and in what situation will they most likely need your product or your service? Alright, so moving on. Secret number 2 is to give your page a voice. You know what screams we're just like everyone else? A generic, lifeless, boring landing page. People don't want to connect with, we offer high quality solutions to all your XYZ needs. They connect with humans. For example, this was for an ophthalmologist. I've been there too. Felt the signs for me. It started creeping in around premenopause. So it feels like someone is talking to you and not selling at you. Even if you're not the face of your business, you can still assign a personality. So Dr. Sarah from XYZ Dental, or Mike, your local HVAC expert. Remember, your landing page is your digital salesperson. A voice gives it character, warmth, and authority, and visitors start to feel like they know you before they even call you. Alright, so next one is to remove friction on your buttons. You ever felt like you click a button and think, oh my god, what am I committing to? So that's friction. People don't want to feel like they're stepping into a 90-minute sales call, signing a contract, or triggering 1,000 follow-up emails from Steve from sales. So what you want to do is add a short line under your button and calms their nerves. So here's an example. Free, no obligation. Easy application, no credit check until we know we can help. Take 30 seconds, zero pressure, no awkward small talk. It's one of the simplest tweaks that you can make, but it's incredibly powerful because every time you remove the friction, you lower your resistance and increase your conversions. Next is testimonial highlights. So here's the thing, right? Most of your visitors aren't watching your video testimonials. They're just skimming or speed reading along. So what you want to do instead is Extract the best line from the testimonial and make it the headline above the video. So here's what it looks like. They are constant contact with us and were direct on what items were needed to continue the process, which got us through the end of the results. So even if they don't hit play, they still consume your best proof point. Bonus tip. Stack 3 to 5 testimonials vertically, each with a bold headline, so that way even like people who are scanning can't miss your credibility. Alright, so number 5 is to interrupt their pattern. When everything on your page looks exactly the same, your visitors will tune out. You want to interrupt their patterns. When something looks different, their brain goes, wait, what's this? So for example, you want to have something like a yellow warning sign that says, our ad creators will flood your website with more sales than you can handle. Use color, spacing, or unique visuals like screenshots or handwritten notes to guide attention to your most important sections. Rule of thumb, every pattern interrupt should have a purpose. It's not about just decoration, it's about direction. Alright, quick break. If you're watching this and thinking, okay, this is great, but can you just tell me what to fix on my landing page? Well, yes I can. So here's a link below where you can apply for a free strategy session with me and someone on my team. We'll walk through your landing page together and tell you what's wrong, what's killing your conversions, and give you a strategy that matches your business. It's completely free, no pressure, and no weird pictures. Cool, alright, let's get back to the list. Okay, so number 6 is having social proof with intent. Social proof is your shortcut to trust, but only if it's used with intention. Instead of random testimonials, use each one to reinforce a specific point in your copy. So let's say you have a credit repair company and you want to structure it like this. This is for you if you're tired of getting denied for car loans or credit cards. And then place a testimonial below each point. So this one said, each time I apply for something, I get rejection, email until I started working with these guys. Now I've got 720 credit score and just drove up the lot with my new car. And then you want to do the same for each bullet with testimonials. Now every type of visitor sees themselves reflected and believes that you can help them. Number 7, authority jacking. Okay, so maybe you're not famous, but you can still borrow credibility from those who are. If a celebrity or an influencer or a publication has talked about you positively on something that's related to your service, you can leverage that. So for example, if you run a local HVAC company, you can show something like voted number 1 on Home Advisor. You can also display logos of like Home Depot or Lowe's as suppliers. So even if the endorsement isn't directly about you, that halo effect can still boost credibility instantly. Okay, so next we have the us versus them comparison chart. Visitors are constantly comparing you to either competitors or to doing nothing at all. So you want to beat them to it with a comparison table. Here's an example of a comparison table by a home refinancing company. They compare their services to that of a traditional bank versus cash out refinancing. So this not only prevents people from shopping around, but also handle any objections they might have toward working with you. And it shows your advantages instantly and then frames you as the modern customer friendly choice. So keep it visual, clean, and honest. Okay, so number 9, full stop section. See, some visitors scroll all the way to the bottom without reading anything. Your full stop section is the final panel that recaps everything and then drives the last call to action. And it should include your headline that reads, here is everything you get. And then your offer summary, quick bullets of what you'll get, followed by a CTA button. You want to make it big and bright so they don't miss it. And of course, you want to have your friction remover, like 96% success rate. This is your mic drop moment, so don't whisper. And then finally, number 10 is your unique selling proposition. You know what's not memorable? We offer home remodeling services. You want to separate yourself from every other Me Too competitor in your market. Give your process a unique name, your own signature system. So for example, here's a property investment company that we work with. They have their service name Multiplier Strategy. This is much different than other people who just have the same run-of-the-mill investment services. When you name your process, you're not only just selling a commodity, you're selling a method. It communicates expertise, structure, and reliability. So give your process a name, make it sound like something only you offer. Okay, so there you have it. There are 10 landing page secrets that every local businesses can use to explode their leads overnight. But here's the thing. None of this will matter if you're just guessing what your audience wants. So before you even write a single sentence on your page, you want to do some digging and some research. The best way to do this is to talk to your past customers, get some surveys, read their reviews, and then maybe even go on to like comment sections in some videos, or go on to like Reddit threads and Quoras, and then really go into these forums and find out what people are asking, what they're talking about in the discussions. See how they talk about the problems and then mirror it in your sales copy. This way you can finally put your landing page together and your message really resonates with your core audience. And if you apply even 3 of these strategies today, I promise you'll see a difference. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, and check out the free strategy call link below. And take care, and I'll see you in the next video.